I'm not gonna lie to y'all, some of these women are confusing. But before we get into the video, do me a favor, like the video and leave a comment. I do my best to respond to as many as I can, and I really enjoy listening to what you guys have to say. Subscribe to my channel and hit that hype button if you really want to help your boy out. It is really appreciated.
Five men watched me struggle on an airplane I just got off of, while they just stared at me while I was struggling to get my bag down. Now, I am an independent woman, but I think that's messed up. Like, literally watched me struggle. Anyway, what do you guys think about that? Because I think it's pretty messed up. Let me know.
I am just trying to understand how you just said you were an independent woman, and in the same video you are complaining about men who refuse to help you. I'm really confused about that. Now, I can understand this if you were one of those women who didn't run around screaming they were independent and you just got hit with some of the shrapnel from the feminist movement. I get that. But you just said you're independent. You just said it, and then you turn around and complain about the men not helping you? Lady, do you not understand how that can be confusing? This is how some men feel dealing with some of you independent women.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Because y'all will sit there and scream independence and y'all hate the patriarchy, but then y'all want men to act like they're still in the patriarchy. Now, I'm always saying if I was there, I would have helped her. That is just how I am. I would have grabbed her bags or whatever I could do to help her. I would have done it. But you have to understand what you just said about being independent is probably the reason why those men didn't help you. Now, in the caption of her video, she basically said it's bothering her because she don't want people to stop helping other people. But again, I'm confused because in the video, you didn't call out people, you called out men. You said there were 5 men who didn't help you. So there were no women on that plane? Why didn't you call them out too? If it was only about the people, the fact is you are now seeing some of the damage that you and other women like you have created by screaming independence all the time, by screaming equality all the time, and you don't like it. That's what it is. Now, do I believe one of those men could have helped you out? Yeah, of course. Somebody could have grabbed the bag and just did it real quick, because I do believe men are taller, stronger, and bigger, so it's easier for us to do that stuff. But am I mad that they didn't? Not really, because that's not my problem. Y'all created this problem. In my generation, before this independent woman feminist thing started, all 5 of those men would have offered to help you. All of them. But this is what y'all wish for. And you know how that old saying goes, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it.
How are you? It's not
You're not going to be proud of me. I'm in trouble. I need you. Actually, this isn't a happy call. So I, was celibate 5 years and I ended up meeting someone in October. He flew me out to Miami. We had intimacy. We started dating and he told me he wasn't with anyone else. He does live outside of the country, so he comes to US periodically for work.
So let me get this right. You have been celibate for 5 years, but you met this guy who had a lot of money, but he was an international traveler and he only came to the United States for work. And because he told you he wasn't seeing anybody else, even though he's an international traveler with a lot of money, you let him fly you to Miami and get the draws?
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Actually, I found out he was married.
Did you break things off?
Initially, yes, and then no.
So what do you want to do now?
It gets worse. He's not leaving his wife.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
And what's worse is that he has multiple girlfriends.
No, not the international traveler with a lot of money. This doesn't make any sense.
And I thought that I was the only one. He was like, listen, if I'm cheating on my wife, what makes you think that I wouldn't be? I don't know how to explain this.
That's kind of logical if you're asking me. That's a logical point. If he cheats on his wife, then of course he would cheat on you. Well, I can't say it's cheating, but yeah, of course he has other girls. That's logical.
That is? I thought it was insane. Oh, but he was upset with me for getting upset because he was like, what do you expect? If I'm going to cheat on my wife, why would I just have one person?
How is that confusing?
How? Hold on, bro. How?
I'm confused on the fact that she's confused.
I ended up crashing out, and I wonder, actually, because I want to be with a certain type of man, provider type person. I always have this anxiety of they can do anything. They have the funding and the material to be able to do anything.
Yeah, that comes with the territory, yeah. If you're dating, the guy who has the money and he's not faithful and he has a wife already, yeah, girl,
He had the audacity to break up with me.
Lady, he didn't break up with you because you were never a couple. The hell is wrong with you?
I'm going to be very honest with you. He feels like if I'm cheating on my wife, and I'm sure him and his wife already get into it, or he just feels like family life is already hectic enough for him, he needs an escape. He's thinking if I'm with my side chick, it should be very easygoing. I shouldn't be arguing with my side chick. I will argue with my wife because that's why I put a ring on their finger, but not the side. No. You're supposed to be there to make life easier. Things should be seamless. We should be having sex, fun, going out.
You sound exactly like him!
But that's what it is.
What?
Oh, Ann, girl, you got a lot to learn. Yeah.
He said exactly what you said verbatim, which is crazy.
Lady, that was not crazy. We all knew that. What man with multiple women is gonna keep a woman around who's a problem?
So I'm being keep real. You showed your crazy side. Now you're like, oh, she crazy. I gotta go. I really gotta go now. Oh no. Crazy. Oh, he used that word. He said it. Crazy. Got to go. So
He bought me a Chanel.
I don't give a Keisha.
How do you be a good side piece?
you really need to work on yourself mentally and physically.
The fact that we have online shows teaching women how to be side chicks is crazy to me, but I understand this is just where we are right now. It is what it is. But there are so many things wrong with this video, and this is why I started out talking about mental illness, because something has to be wrong with this chick. When they say you don't have to lie to women because they lie to themselves, this is another good example of that. Because when she met this man, deep down she knew this man wasn't just by himself. She knew he was doing other stuff. Do you know why she knew he was doing other stuff? Because he met you, lady, which means he's most likely meeting other women when he's doing his international travels. Oh, but you thought because you're different from all the other girls, you were the reason he decided to start dating again, huh? That's what you thought? There is no way this lady met that man and thought maybe he's just traveling around meeting all these women, but he's celibate like me, even though at this particular moment he's trying to get into my drawers. It's because she wanted to believe it. She wanted to believe it because he had the things that she is looking for. Like she said, he bought me a Chanel. That's what's important to her. This is why men don't necessarily respect this whole celibacy thing from a lot of you women. She said she was celibate for 5 years, then gave it up because the man bought her a Chanel bag. Lady, what was the purpose of your celibacy? I don't even understand what you were celibate for. The thing is, for a lot of women, it is all about what can a man do for them. Of course, this is not all women, but a lot of these women, it is about what a man can do for them. Because the only reason she liked this man, the only reason she gave it up to this man, the only reason she even cares about this man is because he has money. He can do something for her. Like she said, she's looking for a provider type man. Well, this is what you get with a lot of men like that. But at the same time, a lot of these women do not want the stuff that comes with it. The girl up there talking about, well, I hate the fact that they have a lot of money and they can do whatever they want to do. Lady, do you understand who these men are? I really believe a lot of you women who think y'all want these men, y'all have no clue what these men are. Because why would you even say that? Of course they can fly around and do whatever they want to do. They can marry you, and while you're on your honeymoon in Paris, he could take his private jet back to America, cheat with his side chick, and be back before dinner. But you're sitting up here playing dumb. That comes with this package. I do love the fact that the host of this show, Ashley, was very upfront and honest with her about it. Lady, I don't know what you thought you were gonna get, but this comes with it. It's like they think these guys are normal. These guys have access to women that most men don't have access to. They can snap their fingers and have a girl in their bed in 3 seconds. This is why it blows my mind how she's sitting here acting confused. Y'all need to start doing research, because all y'all see is the green. All y'all see is the money. I can appreciate the fact that she accepted her reality and said, how can I be a better side chick? I can appreciate that. If I was that dude, I wouldn't deal with her anymore, because she will be a problem. That didn't go away overnight. But I do like the fact that she now realizes that she's not this queen who's supposed to be treated a certain way. She now found her role on this planet, which is being the side chick. The wife is the steak, the other girls are the potatoes, and she's fine with that. She's fine being the corn and the broccoli, because that is where she belongs. And for any of you other women out there who want this life, you might want to be okay being the broccoli and the corn too, because that is where a lot of y'all are going to end up messing with those type of dudes. But hey, I could be wrong.
Women always talking about the ick that you gave them. What about the ick you gave me? You think I don't see that bad leave out? You think I ain't feel that James Bond bulletproof shapewear when I hugged you? What about that? What about that noise your car was making? What about that? What about your taillight being out? That give me the ick. What about your phone screen being cracked? What about when I come to your house and you got them little white piss pads down for the dog because you can't train them? What about that water still in your trunk? That gave me. What about that little ass TV and that little ass bed you got? Why every time I go to a woman's house she got an iPad taped on the wall? What about that? And I know y'all finna say, oh, well, those are things you supposed to change. Yeah, I'm gonna handle my business, but it gave me the ick. I was just cool enough to let it slide. What about that time you ordered white wine with a steak? But I ain't judge you. I let you be a human. It's cool though.
This is hilarious to me because he is absolutely right. We have icks too, we just don't talk about them. There's a lot of stuff that y'all do that we don't like or turn us off, and we just let it go. Y'all the ones that gotta come online and tell the world about it, but a lot of the stuff he talked about I agree with. It gives me the ick too, but it's okay. Like, I hate that groggy voice that some of these women got when they wake up. You know, they'll go to bed with a nice voice sounding like Whitney Houston.
So I'm saving all my love for you.
but they wake up sounding like Tone Loc.
Let's do the wild thing.
And it isn't just that. What about the girls who always gotta put air in the tire? Like every time you talk to them, they put air in the tire. What's going on with that? Or what about the girl who never has paper towels at her house? You can't never clean up anything or dry your hands. All she got is old McDonald's napkins laying around. That's frustrating, but you know what? We deal with it. But y'all gotta come online and make videos about it. That's the difference. In this dating world, there are always gonna be things that are going to bother you. This is just part of the dating process. Dudes are gonna do things that women aren't gonna like. Women are gonna do things that guys are gonna like. The way you work your way through it is you do not expect perfection. If you're out there looking for perfection, you're never gonna find love. And this is why the dating game is so messed up now, because everybody wants perfection. All I am saying is if we're gonna get this thing together, we're gonna have to let some of this stuff go, people. We gotta let it go.